Let's think of a man who was once dismissed as lacking imagination, yet he went on to build an empire that has fueled the dreams of millions. Yes, we're talking about Walt Disney. Disney was once fired from a newspaper job because his editor felt he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Imagine that. The man who would later create a mouse that would become a cultural icon was told he had no good ideas. But did he let this rejection stop him? No. Instead, he took the criticism as fuel to ignite his passion further. He didn't let the fear of failure hold him back. Instead, he embraced it as part of the journey toward success. This is the man who gave us Mickey Mouse, Disneyland, and countless other memorable characters and experiences. This is the man who proved that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to greater heights. As we explore the fear of failure in this video, remember Walt Disney's story. Even the greatest of us have faced rejection and failure, but it is how we respond to these setbacks that truly define us. So let's dive deeper into the reality of the fear of failure and explore how we can overcome it too. Imagine being so afraid of failing that you never even start. This is the reality for millions worldwide. Such a chilling reality, isn't it? Yet it's a widespread phenomenon that impacts countless individuals across the globe. The fear of failure, or atychiphobia, is a psychological condition that causes people to be so terrified of not succeeding that they choose not to try at all. It's a crippling fear that acts as a barrier, preventing people from embarking on exciting new endeavors, like starting a business, picking up a new hobby, or even stepping into a new relationship. Why are we so afraid of failing? You see, our brains are wired to avoid pain and seek pleasure. The fear of failure is rooted in our avoidance of pain, pain of embarrassment, pain of loss, and most importantly, the pain of rejection. Scientific studies have shown that the fear of rejection is one of the most potent fears that humans experience. It's a survival instinct, a leftover from our days as cave dwellers, when being rejected from the tribe meant certain death. But here's the kicker. The fear of failure isn't always about survival. More often than not, it's about our self-worth. We tie our self-worth to our success, so when we fail, we feel less worthy, less valuable, less us. Society doesn't help either. We live in a world that celebrates success and frowns upon failure. We're taught from a young age that winning is everything and losing is to be avoided at all costs. This mindset amplifies our fear of failure, making it even more daunting. But it's crucial to understand that failure isn't the end of the world. In fact, it's an integral part of success. Every successful person has failed at some point in their life. They've stumbled, fallen, picked themselves back up. They've faced their fear of failure and come out stronger. The fear of failure is a formidable foe, but it's not invincible. Let's talk about the hidden value of failure, why you should accept it, and how you can overcome your fear of failure. So stick around, we've got more tips. Have you ever considered that failure might be a good thing? It might sound counterintuitive, but let's transition and look at it from a different angle. Failure is often seen as a pitfall, but in reality, it's a stepping stone toward growth. Without failure, how would we learn? How would we innovate? How would we become resilient? It's through our mistakes that we find better ways to do things. Through our stumbles that we learn to pick ourselves up and become stronger. Consider the story of Colonel Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. It took him nearly 1,000 attempts to perfect his chicken recipe. When asked about his numerous rejections, he famously replied, "I've not failed, I've just found 1,000 ways that didn't work." Sanders' story is a testament to the fact that failure is not only inevitable, but also valuable to our journey to success. Scientific studies also back this up. Psychologists have found that people who experience failure early in life tend to be more resilient and adaptable in the face of challenges. They're not easily deterred by setbacks and are more likely to persevere until they achieve their goals. In a world that's constantly evolving, failure can be a catalyst for innovation. It pushes us out of our comfort zones and encourages us to think outside the box. After all, the greatest inventions and discoveries were born out of a series of failures. So next time you find yourself staring at a stumbling block, remember this: failure isn't the end of the road, it's a stepping stone towards success. What if I told you the fear of failure should be built into every success plan? Yes, you heard it right. It's not about pessimism, it's about preparedness. Imagine you're about to embark on a journey. You don't just plan the route, you also pack a spare tire just in case. The same applies to your success plan. Incorporating the possibility of failure doesn't mean expecting to fail. It means acknowledging that failure is a part of the process. It's about recognizing that every venture, every idea, every dream comes with its own set of challenges. And these challenges, more often than not, present the risk of failure. It's this understanding that allows us to be better prepared. It prompts us to think about contingencies, to develop plan Bs and Cs. It encourages us to be more flexible, to be ready to adapt when things don't go as expected. So when we say embrace failure, we don't mean to accept defeat. We mean to accept the reality of failure as a possibility and plan for that. You've acknowledged your fear now, understood some value, and planned for it. Often we see failure as a dead end, a full stop. But what if we viewed it as a detour instead? Consider the story of Steve Jobs, who was once fired from Apple, the company he founded. He, however, did not see this as a failure, but as a stepping stone, which eventually led him back to Apple, making it one of the most successful companies in the world. He reframed his dismissal not as a failure, but as an essential step in his journey to staggering success. So the next time you stumble, remember Edison's light bulb. You haven't failed, you just discovered another way that doesn't work. And you're one step closer to finding one that does. Keep building your resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when the going gets tough. Think about J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before finally getting a yes for her Harry Potter manuscript. Developing resilience isn't easy, but is achievable. Start by setting small, attainable goals and gradually increase their difficulty. This will not only build your confidence, but also prepare you for bigger challenges ahead. Lastly, celebrate small wins. Every idea consists of many steps, and each step, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. When you learn a new skill, finish a task, or make a decision, give yourself a pat on the back. Boosting your own morale and staying motivated is crucial. Overcoming that fear of failure is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It's about changing your perspective, building resilience, and acknowledging your progress. It's also about adopting the journey with all of its ups and downs, twists and turns. The fear of failure isn't a roadblock, but a stepping stone. Every step you take brings you closer to success. We have to keep trying, keep doing new things. Life is here to live. It is not here to relax and just chill all the time, although we need to do that. Let's just get ourselves going. Try something new. Don't let that fear of failure stand in your way. I really want to thank you for tuning in today again, and smash that like and subscribe button. This has been The Wilder Talk Show, and I'm Kate Wilder.